I like waiting until it seems like reveals are gonna slow down for a little bit because I hate it when I put time and effort into making a reveals video, just cover all the new stuff, and then next thing I know, a bunch more things get revealed, and I have more videos I have to do. You know what? No, I'm done. I'm done. I'm tired of it. I'm over it. I'm bored of it. Of course, I'm not quitting. Roll the intro. I thought I was good. I really thought I was good. Hello, fellow YouTubers. Lego AWC Stop Motioner here. Welcome to viewers new and old. And I'm back already talking about more Transformers reveals. I really thought I'd be good for a little while. I didn't think we'd get more big 86 reveals for a while, or just studio series in general, but here we are. Got more stuff to talk about. The sort of good news is there isn't really anything here that I'm definitely planning on getting, so I can save some money. But whatever, let's just go and get into the reveals. So first off, we have 86 Astrotrain, and oh boy, these early images, they are going out of their way to make this figure look as bad as they possibly can. I mean, look at that chest. That is so obviously mistransformed. Whoever is putting together these renders and figure photography, I'm sorry, they need to be fired. They do not, I don't know how they look at these figures and think that looks right. I'm sorry, they're really, really not good at their jobs. I mean, looking at this figure in general, I think the head sculpt looks pretty nice. I like the guns that come with him. The coloration is pretty nice and cartoon accurate, but I'm going to be sticking with the Siege Astrotrain. I don't know. G1 Astrotrain, I liked him in the Skybound comics, but outside of that, I really don't care about Astrotrain. I'm much more of a Blitzwing fan in terms of Decepticon triple changers, so yeah, I'm going to be skipping this figure. Now, thankfully, in terms of the quality of the figure itself, we do have some more updates. We have one from Big Bad Toy Store showing him with the chest configured in a toy accurate configuration. And that's kind of neat, I guess, except it creates a gaping hole in the stomach. Not too crazy about that. But then just at the time of this recording today, we got more images with the chest properly transformed, and it still just doesn't look right. The chest, it looks too bulky and panely. I don't know. I don't really like how that looks. In my opinion, the chest on the Siege one looks a lot better. So, yeah, not planning to get this figure. I will give you his alt modes are pretty nice. I think the train looks decent. The wheels maybe could go to the back a little bit more, but this isn't too bad. It comes with a cool steam effect, I guess. Shuttle mode, again, the back looks a little messy to me, but this isn't too bad. And then there we have them in the packaging. Again, just doing their absolute best to make this figure look horrible. I don't know why they keep doing that to this poor figure. Yeah, again, not one that I plan to get. I'll stick with my Siege one. Next figure we have to talk about is Kranix. That's the one figure here that I'm considering because I don't really have anything to compare him to, because I think he got a little figurine with the HasLab Unicron. I could be wrong about when that happened, but I do feel like I remember seeing a figurine of this character before. So this looks pretty decent. It's a very weird design, but I do kind of like it. Might be cool to have it as a figure, but it's not a definite. I do think the color scheme is pretty neat, though. He comes with some sort of blowtorch accessory or something. I don't really know. His alt mode is... Moving on. There he is in the packaging. Again, maybe. I might pick this figure up. He's kind of neat looking. Then next up we have Sunstreaker, who, to I would think no one's surprise, is just basically a re-release of the one that came in that Autobot 5-pack a few years ago, which itself was just a repaint of the Earthrise Sunstreaker. I already have Earthrise Sunstreaker, so I'll be sticking with that. If you don't have this figure somehow, he did just recently get reissued. The Earthrise one did. But if you don't have this figure yet, it'll be a nice way to get him, I guess. Car mode looks good. I don't have too much to say on it. There he is in the packaging. Looks alright. Now this one's kind of a disappointment. I'm not surprised that this is just a repaint of the Earthrise figure, but there was that part of me that was hoping that Wheeljack would be deemed important enough of a character to get a new mold. But no, it's just a repaint of the Earthrise one again, or most likely just a repaint of the Devastation one, which again was a repaint of the Earthrise one. So a little disappointing because I love Wheeljack. When I initially got that Earthrise figure, I absolutely loved it, but I've kind of soured a little on that mold over the years. So I was kind of hoping for something new. But again, I'm not horribly surprised because pretty much all this guy did in the movie was just be dead. So comes with a new gun, which I guess is nice. And the powder blue windshield on the chest is cool. Yeah, not feeling this. Alt mode is fine. Then there he is in the packaging. Yeah, not planning on getting this figure. Then here we have Snarl, which is just a re-release of the one that came out a few years ago. This is good, though, because that figure was a huge pain to find when he first came out. I thankfully do have him, but I think I've only seen him in stores once, at least once, maybe twice. I don't know. I have not seen this figure a lot because Sludge was just everywhere. He seriously shelf warmed. And then Snarl was nowhere to be found. So it felt like they overcompensated. So I hope this time around he's a little easier to get a hold of, because you got to have a complete Dinobot collection. So yeah, I don't have too much to say on this. I definitely won't be getting it, but I'm very, very glad that this exists. Then here we have the Roleplay Matrix of Leadership, which is kind of neat in some ways because it's actually got the finger holes. You can grab it and open it just like in the movie, and it lights up and it plays the touch. It sounds really, really cool. You can see there it is, someone holding it. I like the idea of this. This would be a cool desk display piece if it wasn't $125. No, thank you. Moving on. And there we have Skywarp. This mold is frustrating because I think it looks awesome, but as I've said, these figures are just getting too expensive for me to just get every new figure of a character that I do already have. This definitely looks better than the Earthrise Skywarp, but I've got to stick with that one. I have no other choice if I'm going to survive. There he is in the jet mode. Looks pretty nice. And there he is in the packaging. Head sculpt on this one is much better than the Earthrise one. I really did not like the head sculpt on the Earthrise Skywarp, so yeah. Again, I'm skipping this, but this looks pretty solid. Then here we have Shockwave, who is just a remold of the Siege figure, and I'm okay with that because I was planning on sticking with that figure anyway, because that mold is pretty much perfect in my opinion. It looks like Shockwave in robot mode. I think the transformation is really fun. The alt mode is nice, especially since they snuck in his gun alt mode. But this isn't horrible. It's pretty much just the Siege one with some details added and removed from the original figure just to make him look more like the G1 cartoon. So if you don't have that figure, this is a pretty good chance to get it. It is kind of a bummer because now he's a Voyager, and that's something a lot of people complained about with the Siege one, because he came with all those armor bits that drove his price up to leader class. So I would say it's nice because now you're just paying Voyager price for a Voyager figure, but you're not paying much less than you would have been paying back in the day for a leader class figure. I say that like 2019 was a long time ago. That's what it feels like to me. So yeah, not something that I need. I'm definitely skipping this, but it's cool. He does come with his gun alt mode as a handheld accessory. And then there's his spaceship submarine mode, whatever, which we all know is secretly his gun mode. There he is in the packaging. Again, not a bad release, just not something that I need. It does attach to Bruticus on the shoulder. Not completely sure how that works. This just got shown off. It's cool. I'm not sure if the Siege one will be able to do that. I would think so, because the sculpting looks to be basically the same. Again, we'll just have to see when he comes out. And I haven't talked about this figure, but here's the Titan class Age of Extinction Grimlock. This is nice because this will be the first Titan class in Studio series, but also because they confirmed they're going to do the rest of the Dinobots, which is nice because I was kind of wondering, why aren't they doing the other Dinobots? I always say, it's nice to have the leader, but what's the point in having the leader if there's no one for him to lead? But again, I won't be getting this figure. I don't really like this design for Grimlock very much. So yeah, this is a pass for me. And there's the T-Rex mode, which looks pretty nice. And I wasn't going to talk about these figures, but since I've gotten some images off of this page of TFW 2005 for the other figures, I might as well. Here we have the battle damaged Optimus Prime and Megatron, which they're cool things to have. Of course, they just love doing these dead or battle damage variants. But I own the original figures, so I will not be picking these up. It is kind of cool that Megatron comes with the gun that he used in the movie to shoot Optimus. Then Optimus has that piece of metal embedded in his stomach. But yeah, not for me. Then there we have the Scourge. This is just a re-release of the 86 one, which is nice because a lot of people, I think, did miss out on this figure when he first came out because a lot of people were army building him, so they bought multiples of him. So it's nice that this exists. And here we have this new 86 Hot Rod. This figure is frustrating because, I mean, it'd be nice to get it because I do love Hot Rod. My favorite Transformers character has changed a lot over the years. Currently, it's Hot Rod, but I already had the original 86 one, and I don't know, it's nice that he comes with his fishing rod, a shield, and his lightsaber thing. I just think the 86 one should have come with that the first time if they were going to charge Voyager price for a deluxe. The color is more cartoon accurate, but I do personally like the color of the previous 86 one better. And I'm just more upset that the elbow and knee joints are still miscolored. I don't know why they don't want to get that right. I don't know what the issue is. This is another case where I'm glad that this exists because I do understand the 86 one is getting pretty expensive on the aftermarket. But again, not for me. And there's just things about it that bug me. And then last figure we have to talk about is the Hound. This is just a re-release of the one that was in the Autobot 5-pack. I might get this figure. We'll see. I'm pretty happy with the Siege one, but only time will tell. There's been a number of times that there was something I said I was definitely going to skip, and then I ended up getting it. So, who knows? But yeah, the reveals themselves aren't bad. It's just, most of it is stuff that I don't need or don't have any interest in. The only thing that's a possibility for me is Kranix. I think that would be kind of cool to have, but otherwise it's mostly just characters that I already have figures of that I'm perfectly happy with. Except for Wheeljack. Would have been nice to get something new, but I'm not surprised. So yeah, there you have yet another Transformers Reveals video. Hopefully they actually take a break this time for a little while, so I can take a break from making these videos and I can focus on other things like figure reveals and that kind of thing. Yeah, I just wanted to go ahead and get my quick thoughts on these figures. Actually, I don't know how quick at the time that I'm recording this. Hopefully not too horribly long. But anyway, let me know what you think of the reveals down in the comments, what your favorite reveal is and things like that. And if you like this video, please be sure to like, share, subscribe, and God bless.